protecting your invention during the pitch process. I'm really speaking specifically at this point if you are early on in your venture and you're looking to raise angel money or friends and family money. That's really who I'm keeping in mind for this particular point here that I want to make. And so there are some things you can do. Of course, the concern is you're about to speak to a bunch of folks and disclose information that relates to your intellectual property that you may or may not have protected yet. And so it's kind of a chicken and the egg situation a lot of times where people are concerned, like, how do I bring on the partners I need? Maybe that's true. Maybe you're pitching to someone who's like a software partner, a key vendor, or key partner you're trying to bring in as an equity person, and you need to disclose to them. That's another scenario where this might come up. If you're talking about angel money, before I actually get to the things you can do here, I do want to recommend this book. Anyone, if you are new to the world of angel investing, it's a great book. I recommend to everybody. It'll give you some ideas. One of the most important ideas from this book is to recognize with angel investors, everyone's money is the same. A dollar is a dollar. So with angels, you're really look for the people that can unlock doors for you, that have special expertise, people that can actually help you move forward. Those are going to be your best angels. They're also probably going to be the ones that are more likely to be interested. So couple points about angel investors. So here are the things that you can do to protect yourself during the pitch process. One, the first two actually have to do with being selective. So the first one is just be selective in who you pitch to. Don't like put something out on your social media. Obviously, I think most of us probably know not to do that. But even, just because someone has money doesn't mean that you should disclose your secret sauce to them in the hopes that they might invest in it. Be selective. Choose people that you think are good fits. And again, if it's angels, keep in mind that you want to look for smart angels, what they call smart money. You're looking for angels that can unlock doors and bring in particular expertise. Number two, be selective in what you disclose and when you disclose it. So I recommend, if you think of like a tiered pitch process. So your very first pitch, your very first sort of pitch materials, think of it as super high level. Don't disclose anything confidential or anything that actually gets into the nuts and bolts of your intellectual property. Just talk about the benefits, how great it is, the size of the opportunity, perhaps, if that's not confidential. Just the high level, non-confidential part, keeping in mind that the purpose of that first pitch is to get people interested. So when you choose your angels, you present this first level disclosure that doesn't have anything confidential, because you're not going to have anyone sign NDAs for that. This is one way. This is the way I'm recommending. And keep it just as like a teaser. If you're interested in learning more, then sign this NDA. And that brings me to number 3, use an NDA that was not just taken from ChatGPT or the internet, but something that was written for you by someone who knows what they're doing, a lawyer. Doesn't have to be us, but it hopefully is a lawyer that knows what they're doing. And so again, you do use that in the course of doing like a tiered pitch. So you have the first level of like, are you interested? If you are, please sign this NDA so that I can send you the rest of the pitch. And then really, investors, especially at angel level, they're investing in you. They might not be moved by your pitch. So I would encourage you to present the pitch and not just send it to them. But, I also realize we live in a world where people don't always do it that way. But again, so number 1, be selective who you pitch to. Number 2, think about this tiered process so that you do not disclose anything confidential until someone has signed a number 3 custom non-disclosure agreement written for you by a lawyer who actually knows how to write a non-disclosure agreement. And then at the same time, when you're doing that, when you're sending any materials, use encryption or some other kinds of technology that is clear that you are treating that material as confidential. That is going to always help you whenever you're needing to rely on that. so those are really the biggest things you can do at that stage, at a very early stage. But there are, the other thing that you can do is file a patent application. So if what you're concerned about is the patent rights, the actual idea, and the what and the how, then you can file a provisional or non-provisional patent application before you put together the pitch, before you actually launch the pitch or do the pitch. And that gives you an extra level of protection because you lock down your US priority, actually your global priority, to whatever you've disclosed. And I'm just going to point out the whatever you've disclosed part is actually important, which is why you need to make sure that your patent application is not one paragraph or one page, because that's not going to be enough to actually protect you. So hopefully that was useful, and I hope that does help you guys protect your intellectual property during the pitch process. Catherine Cavella, IP Works Law.